Right, believe it or not, I've changed it. Changed the diesel filter. Turns out this is a self-bleeder on this particular model. So I just changed the diesel filter, give it a little bit of a flutter, then it was fine. Yeah, there's no issues whatsoever. The oil filter, sorry, diesel filter. You can see that. That was the diesel filter what was in there, and it definitely, I think it's seen better days. So as I said, so far so good. Engine management's lights out, but again, that don't necessarily mean it's going to be alright. We've got, there's an error, I don't know why that is, for some strange reason. Again, you know, this is only a cheap diagnostic tool, and I'll be honest with you, these diagnostic tools are okay to a certain point, and they will only give you a sort of a ballpark area to the problem, yeah, but they won't go much farther than that, yeah, and they are very temperamental. So for me, I don't think, yeah, they're not good value. But yeah, it's running lovely now. Yeah, diesel filter was the, but it just goes to show. So the initial code was throttle position sensor A and B. So it was just saying it was a generic code, and it was a signal problem, which is common on all cars, or anything with an ECU really. You can get that generic code up. Yeah, I've seen it on loads of cars actually, but it was showing me throttle position sensor. But it just goes to show how easy you can make, if you like, you can look into things and go in a total different direction, you know. You could end up spending loads and loads and loads of money on a vehicle when you don't really have to. I mean, I ain't a mechanic, but I just try and look at the obvious things. I mean, I've had this van a little while now. I bought it with 39,000 miles on the clock. It's got 45,000 on there now. I did give it a service when I first bought the van. As I said, I took it up in mate's garage. He said, don't change the diesel filter, it's hassle, blah 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 blah. Let sleeping dogs lie. Listen to him, really shouldn't have listened. And as I said, you know, it's gone from a throttle position sensor problem, and it turns out it really just needed the diesel filter changing. So I mean, it literally just goes to show how these machines can actually throw you in a total different direction. So anyway, I'm going to crack on now. I'm going to do the air filter, and I'll see if I can do a couple of little videos of that, and then obviously I'm going to drain down, do the oil filter and the oil, and then hopefully she's good to go for another 5,000 miles. But anyway, yeah, we'll see if we can get some footage of the air filter, but it's a bit fiddly one-handed, but we'll try it anyway. Right, excuse me. So, air filter. We've got some screws. There's one there. There's one over back there. There's one just round there and one round there. Now, the great thing is, oh, by the way, I just used this Phillips screwdriver out of my toolbox because it's nice. You can get in there easy with this one on there. Anyway, so also when you undo these screws, they don't come right out, so they just stay in the stay in the top of the air filter, which is great news. As I say, I haven't changed one of these, so we're going to do this together and see. It's about to say, looks a bit fiddly with one hand. I'm assuming. Oh yeah, here we go. Right, as I said, the air filter was changed. I did put that in, and that was fairly new, but that's after 5,000 miles. So, just goes to show, and that, as I said, is only 5,000 miles. Well, 6 actually. As I say, bought the van 39. First thing I did was done a service on it. But as I said, I didn't change the diesel filter. But obviously we've changed it now, and the van's running lovely. But anyway, that's 6,000 miles. So there you go. I mean, they all anyway, there's a comparison. That's the difference between a new one and 6,000 miles. So it just goes to show. I mean, I think there's still a fair few legs in this one, but it just goes to show at only 6,000 miles, and it's starting to look a bit worn. So that's my advice. Again, listen, this takes minutes. It's not hard, you know. But as I said to you before, I'm not a mechanic. But I do like working on vehicles. I've always said it. But as I said, it's a little bit awkward with one hand. But anyway, that's in. So sorry about folks on the phone. I am, like I said before, going to look into getting something, and I have, as I said, I've got sort of, it's like a GoPro. It's not as fancy as a GoPro, but yeah, it runs on this SD card. Yeah, I'll have to get it out and start using it. It's a little bit more fiddlier on this one. This is a little bit on the long side, this screwdriver, but it does work. I'm right-handed, so it's a little bit awkward. As I say, this takes minutes, and it's definitely worth your time. Oh, hang on. Am I in? No, I'm not in. So, why am I? Can't see. I think I'm in. Yes, I'm in. I think. I'm not sure, if I'm honest. No, I'm not. I am now. Yep. Yep. Okay. Let's do this little fiddly one first. Trying to do that through the camera. Not that easy. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, this took me a bit of fluffing about really, because obviously I'm using the camera. But honestly guys, I think the whole, I went on Euros, I use the promo code, and I've got the oil filter, diesel filter, air filter, and all the bits. I think it come out at about 50 odd quid. Now I'd say what, an hour to do it, and you can do it. No, you don't need no fancy tools really. I will show you. I'll just screw this down, and then I'll show you how I've got that diesel filter off. Or I won't take it apart, but you don't have to disconnect the pipes. The filter comes out. It's very similar, believe it or not, to an heating filter on the new boilers we fit. The sort of principle's very similar. Let's just check this one's tight. Yeah, right, okay. So, how I did it, if you look, you've got a, I don't know how clear that is, let's wait for it to focus. You've got some light ridges on here, okay, and it is quite tight. So what I did, I just got the screwdriver on the little ridge and just give it a gentle tap round, obviously, yeah. So, and I'll give it a little gentle tap. I mean, it was really gentle because obviously this is plastic, and if you hit this hard, well, you know what the outcome's going to be. You're just going to break it, and you don't want to do that. So it just really needs a little gentle tap, all right, on there to open it. And then once you've opened it, obviously this screws off, and then this section is separate to this section. So basically this bit lifts off, and you can tease the top of it off and get the filter out without disconnecting that pipe, all right. And it seemed fairly easy to me. Obviously when you pull it out, you're going to get a bit of diesel come out, so and then make sure, put your filter in the right way around, and then just screw it back down. And then again, when it comes to tightening, just get it on the ridge and give it a little gentle tap. Obviously there is an O-ring in there, it sits on the top there. Change the O-ring, that comes with the new filter, so just change the O-ring, no problem with that. As I say, and just I couldn't, there must be a tool of some sort for it, but I haven't got the tool, so I'll just say little gentle tap, just to tighten it up, job done. So that's that. So we've got diesel filter, air filter. Next is going to be oil filter. I'm not even sure where it is. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. Where's your oil filter at on this? I'm not sure where the oil filter is. I'll have to have a look. Can't be that bad. Sump plug's over there, just over there, so the oil filter must be over on the other side somewhere. I'm probably going to jack it up. Yeah, I think I'll quickly jack it up, chuck an axle stand under, and then we'll go from there. But as soon as I've located the oil filter, I'll let you know. Right guys, I was looking right at the oil filter. Right, front of the van. So, front of the van, over slightly to the left. Don't know if you can see it on the camera. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Look, there's your oil filter there at the front of the van. So, looking at it, and there's the sump plug. Probably, well, I won't even have to jack the van up. I'll get get a bowl under there. Yeah, we'll drain the oil out, and happy days really. So that's the next one. So as I say, you're looking over to the van, front of the van, slightly just offset to the left, right at the front of the engine. Here's your oil filter. Obviously put a big socket on there to undo it, and as I say, some plugs just there, so that one there, and then you're good to go. So right, let's get this changed. So here's your oil filter. Obviously I'm just draining the oil as well, so before I go any further, I'm just gonna put you down a second. If you can just wait there for a second. Just get this bag. Right, so roll it round. I use this a lot in plumbing, sort of this sort of stuff. Catch water. If you're draining something down, just get a bin liner or something like that, and wherever you're draining, you can think, let's see, looking at that, I think you can see that, so I'll leave you there for a minute and we'll get this oil filter out. As you can see, it's a messy old job, but right, again, looking at that, I don't know if you can see that, but that, I think you can. Let's have a look, see if you can see it on the camera. I'm pretty sure you can see that on the camera. Yeah, so that's 6,000 miles, and that, to me, looks pretty shot. As I say, yeah, I still haven't picked the phone up because I ain't sure you can see it, but that's 6,000 miles on there. Yeah, it don't look good, does it? So anyway, we'll put that in there. Right, hang on. Put you down again. If you could just hold on for a second. Right, I'll wash my hands off. So I've got a couple of tyres I've got to put on the van. Well, the MOT run out on it actually. I didn't even realise the MOT had run out. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's the new O-ring there. So I'll just put that there for a second. I'll empty that out. Give it a wipe round. and then we'll change the O-ring on it, and then we'll get that back on, get some oil in, and there's the service done. So sometimes these look off alright actually. I think I need a screwdriver. Bear with me. I'll just took this off. Give me hands a wipe again. Guys, if you're going to do this, really try and wear some gloves or something like that. It's not good for you, is it? All that oil all over your hands and that. So I'll get this O-ring back on. Get my hands are clean. Right. So oil filter should go in alright. Let's have a look. Yeah. Just check this the right way around. Looks the same. Right, so basically we're gonna put this back together. It's gone in. I'm gonna get some fresh oil. Oh, fresh oil, and just put some fresh oil around this O-ring, and then it goes back up inside there. Again, don't over tighten it. Let's see. I don't know. The phone's getting covered in oil as well, so I'll try. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, you can see me put it on. Right, just hang on a second. I'm just going to put some fresh oil around this O-ring, and then we'll put it back in. What? Don't know if I've put that O-ring right on. Just have a check. Yep. Yeah, it's right on. Just want to make double sure. Make sure I don't pinch. Get that wipe. Make sure the socket, try and get it right on, because otherwise it'll slip. So as I say, don't over tighten it, because it probably snap it. since it's plastic. Right, we've got oil pissing out the bag, which is great. Yeah, it's a messy job. I'll have to chuck some sand down in a minute. I'll chuck this old rag on for a second, let it help soak it. But right, what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, right. I don't know if you can see that. These are Blue Point spanners, ratchet spanners. Got them off of Amazon. Now I bought a complete set, and I think they was only about, if I'm not mistaken, I think they was about 20 odd quid. Now I don't know if you know this, but apparently, now obviously someone might quote me different, but apparently Blue Point actually make these snap-on stuff. So if you're going to buy anything like, you know, this sort of stuff, yeah, I've got this on Amazon, this set, complete set, and as I said, I think it was around about 20 odd quid. It went from I think it was 8mm to, now I've got it in here, well, when it come out, there it goes. Yeah, goes from 8mm, I believe, to 17mm. So now I know what you're saying, and I should have got a new sump plug, but I didn't. So I'll keep an eye on it, and hopefully it'll be all right. But again, try not to over tighten them too much. But as I said, yeah, honestly, these are brilliant, these spanners, because obviously you can angle them. Yeah, I've done loads of work with these, and I'll tell you, they're brilliant. But yeah, Amazon, look them up, Blue Point spanners, or just Google Blue Point spanners or Blue Point tools. And as I said, as far as I know, this company actually make the tools for snap-on. So, and I'll be honest with you, I've put loads of force on these. I don't know if you know the old technique for extra leverage. If you're trying to get a spanner, you know, a bolt off, I will do that. And I've actually put on a 17mm one of these. I've actually put a big old ring spanner on to undo suspension bolts and stuff, and it's done it, and they haven't broken yet. So yeah, so obviously it's your leverage point if you need to, or that way, if you're undoing it, you can use it as your leverage point. But obviously watch that, if you're not used to doing it, just watch the spanner don't, you know, twist. So try and keep it nice and straight, and yeah, you can get under, you know, some tight bolts undone with that. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. So but again, as I said, have a look on Amazon or Google Blue Point, and yeah, good quality stuff, and they're nice and cheap. So it looks like there's a little bit of an oil leak over there, but it's not. It's where the diesel, I think, it's run down off the top of the engine, because this van actually has got no oil leaks or anything. So anyway, right, I'm going to put the oil in now. Look, I hope this has helped, and if it has, obviously, you know, like I said before, I ain't no mechanic, but trust me, you can do this. It's not that hard. It's a straightforward thing, and it'll save you a fortune. And like I said, you know, I had an engine management light come up. It is saying, it is actually said, it was two faults initially, saying one, it had a small diesel leak, and it also said that the throttle position sensor A and B, the generic code signal. I mean, obviously I've done a service on the van, I've put an new diesel filter in it, and it's cured the fault. So it just goes to show that really, if you keep the vans maintained, or keep your vehicle maintained every 5,000 miles, do a service, and you know, they'll stand you in good stead, really. So, and I've had to learn the hard way, so I'm not preaching, because trust me, yeah, I've made the mistake over and over again. So anyway, I hope it helps, and if it has, please give us a like, and obviously feel free to subscribe, and hopefully once I've edited this video up a bit, it's going to be a little bit more watchable. Anyway, like I said, thanks for taking the time to have a look, and if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments about any of the videos I've made, and I'll do my very best to answer them. I know they're a bit vague, and some of them you can't actually quite make out what the hell I'm going on about, but if you ask the question, I will do my best to answer it for you. So anyway, take care, stay safe, speak soon.